Manage team. Manage team involves assessing, leading, and guiding the team to project success while giving feedback. The mission is to lead and guide the team to success. Let's take a look at the inputs. Regular suspects. Project management plan. We know this contains the resource management plan, which of course guides us on how to facilitate the managed team process. The next input is project documents. Project documents here could involve things such as the issue log, a log of issues. Now, we're not talking about risks that have become issues. We're talking about misalignments and misunderstandings that need to be ironed out and clarified. This could also be team issues. The issue log is used to document and monitor who is responsible for solving these issues by a specific time period. We also have the lessons learned register, project team assignments, and the team charter that could be inputs to manage team through project documents. Big one here for managed project team is work performance reports, because these work performance reports, they tell us how well the team is performing, and this could be used by the project manager or whoever is reviewing the team's performance. The next input is team performance assessments. These could be formal or informal assessments, and it could be done by the project manager or someone else from the PMO. But the key thing is the continuous assessment of the project team's performance. If communication needs to be modified, then that should be done. Next two inputs need no introduction, EEFs and OPAs. This is becoming easy, isn't it? It's becoming routine. That's why I said at the very beginning, don't worry, the more you go over these, the more clear it's going to be. Which EEFs are we talking about here? Well, think about human resource management policies and procedures or guidelines within a firm. As far as the organizational process assets, think about certificates of appreciation, corporate apparel in some firms, and other organizational perks. Let's take a look at our tools and techniques. The first one is interpersonal and team skills. The project manager should possess this skill, the ability to understand a conflict scenario, see that conflict is not bad except it is not effectively managed. So when conflict is effectively managed, it could be looked at as constructive conflict. Now, the 5 approaches to reacting to or solving conflict situations are: 1. Withdrawal or avoidance. That is, running away from the conflict. Maybe running away to come back another day, but when you permanently withdraw, it's looked at as a lose-lose scenario. The next approach is called smoothing. It's emphasizing areas of agreement rather than different opinions. The next one is compromise, searching for a solution that brings some degree of satisfaction to the parties involved. And this is a temporary band-aid, and it often results in a lose-lose situation. The next one is called force or direct. Do it my way, pushing your agenda, pushing your viewpoint at the expense of someone else. This is not good. This results in a win-lose scenario. And we also have a very important one because it is the best conflict resolution approach. It's called collaborating or problem solving, and this leads to a win-win situation when properly done. So those are your 5 approaches to conflict management. Also, under interpersonal skills, we can have things like decision making, being able to make the right decision at the right time, being able to focus on what needs to be done. We have emotional intelligence. Being emotionally intelligent means to be aware of the people around you and to be aware of yourself, to be aware of your emotions and theirs. We also have influencing talked about as part of interpersonal and team skills, And of course, we have leadership because, in the words of John C. Maxwell, leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. No leadership without influence. No influence without leadership. Let's talk about our final tool and technique. It's called Project Management Information System. And this is an information system that can be used for managing resources. Various ERP solutions out there exist, but in the world of the PMI, you don't need to know any of those. You just need to know a PMIS could be used to effectively manage the team. Let's talk about our outputs here. The first output is change requests. Change requests as a result of your assessing the team. Perhaps you realize, hey, Phil needs more training. He needs more coaching. He's weak in this area. You could also submit change requests through the usual loop. Go into the Perform Integrated Change Control process first, and these staffing changes will need to be approved or rejected on many a project. The whole topic of change requests, don't forget, it could be the project manager and the sponsor reviewing a change request. Only where it is explicitly mentioned as part of a project management plan do change requests always go to a change control board. Sometimes they may not. So don't be surprised if on your exam you get a question alluding to a change request being reviewed by someone other than the change control board. The next output is project management plan updates. And of course, our resource management plan may be updated along with other aspects of the project management plan. The next output is project documents updates. Things like the issue log, the lessons learned register, project team assignments. These are things that could be updated as a result of this process. Remember, our issue log contains these issues, and if there are updates to the issues, then the team or the project manager will make those. And the final output is EEF updates. Again, this revolves around personnel skill. You could be updating personnel skill, and also it could be an input to organizational performance appraisals. And that concludes our review of the ManageTeam process.